starting with a very easy topic, that is borrowing by entities under investigation. What is investigation, beta? Who is conducting investigation over here in India when it comes to FEMA? Directorate of Enforcement, right? And in ordinary cases, who is conducting investigation? Police, right? In special cases, CBI, right? Or NCB or any other special entity which has been the police of that law, right? So you are under an investigation, right? Over here, media trial has been started, right? When a person will get into an investigation, don't you think that he's been declared as an offender by the media, right? But according to law, no one would be offender until and unless it has been established in the court of law, right? Right, student? Suppose an actor is caught with certain cases, right? The media will start, demonstrating him like he is the culprit, right? But will he become a culprit until and unless it has been proved in the court? Answer would be no, right? Unless the court will declare that you are the convict, unless the court will declare you are the culprit, you are not a culprit, right? So over here, they are saying that if investigation is going on, only investigation is going on, it has not been established that you have committed something wrong, right? You are allowed to raise EC. Is that clear? Got my point, student? Because what is going on, just investigation. What is not going on, what has not been happened, beta, you are not being declared as an offender, right, students? Entity that are investigation are under investigation or involved in legal proceeding relating to foreign exchange can still borrow through ECB under certain condition, right? So you are being charged of contravention of FEMA, and investigation by DOE is being conducted, right? Will you be debarred from accepting ECB? Answer would be no. You would be allowed until and unless it has been proved in by the adjudicating officer, right? Or by the special director's appeal, or by the appellate tribunal, or by the high court, right? Is it clear? So if you are a culprit or you are a person who have involved in the FEMA contravention and investigation is going on against you, still can you borrow money? Answer would be yes, you can borrow money in the form of ECB, but certain additional conditions will be applicable upon you, right? The first condition, entity under investigation. Even if an entity is under investigation, adjudication or appeal for violating FEMA, it still borrow money to meet out if they are meeting out the general eligibility criteria. What was the general eligibility criteria, beta? 5 conditions was there na. Who can be an eligible borrower, beta? Anyone who can accept FDI, right? SEZ units, right? And port trust, right? Then CDBNO, right? Now, no impact on ongoing cases. Allowing these entities to borrow does not affect the outcome of their ongoing legal cases. The investigation or legal proceeding will continue independently of the borrowing. Means case will going on, but you can borrow money, right? It would not affect your case at all, right? The entity must inform AD category 1 bank or RBI about any pending investigation. So they have to opt for approval route, right? First, they need to inform the RBI or authorized dealer bank that they are borrowing money, right? Then only they can borrow, right? Further, when the bank or RBI reviews the borrowing request, they must inform the relevant law enforcement agency about the pending cases by sending them a copy of approval letter. So only one requirement is there, right? What is the requirement, beta? You have to inform to AD or RBI. RBI and AD will inform the investigating agency, that is called DOE, right? If DOE will issue NOC, then only you can borrow money, right? Right, students, is it clear? So if a case is being registered against you under FEMA, can you borrow? What would be the formality, beta? You have to report your before borrowing to AD bank or to the RBI. They'll report it to the investigating agency. And investigating agency, if it will issue no NOC, then you can borrow. And even after borrowing, your case will going on as it is. Is it clear? Manageable, students? Manageable. Now starting with a big topic, that is conversion of ECB into equity. What I'm starting, students? Matlab, they were our lender, now they are going to become what? Equity shareholder, right? They are our lender, but they are going to become what? Our. Can you tell me about the formality, beta? Can you tell me about the very first formality? Have you ever gone through with right issue? Have you ever gone through with the right issue under CMSL? What was right issue? So what was the rule? What beta? What you are saying, fugitive economic offender and all. What was right issue? How the fugitive economic offender came in right issue? What was right issue? Okay. So it is the statutory right of each and every shareholder whenever the company is coming out with not FPO beta, not FPO, any issue, right? If the company is coming out with if the company is coming out with private placement, do they need to give offer to their existing shareholder? Yes, they have to give, right? See, beta, the concept of right issue is as simple as that. Like, if I'm opening a business and you guys are putting money in my business, can I say that you are showing a deep trust on me? You're showing, right? That is why you are putting your hard earned money in my business, right? Now, once I have become a big business, now I'm coming out with equity issue and everybody is willing to buy my shares, right? What should I do? I should give you the respect, right? I should first ask you, would you like to buy my further shares? If you are, then I'm going to allot it to you only. I'm not going to allot it to outsider, right? Because you are the person who have shown trust in the beginning, right? I am big because of your investment, right? So now if everyone is dying to buy my share, I'm not going to offer them directly. First, I'll offer it to you. If you will deny, then I'll offer it to the outsider, right? And this is the right. This is not my option, right? That I may offer, I may not offer, right? I have to offer it to the existing shareholder first, right? That is the thumb rule, right? Right, students? So what kind of recognition law is giving to the existing shareholder? Recognition of respect, right? Recognition of their risk, right? That they have put it on my business. So even now, if the Reliance is coming out with any issue, whether it is sweat equity share or it is a private placement or it is ESOP, right? Whenever they are offering security to any person other than existing shareholder, they cannot offer it until and unless they are being offered to the existing shareholder or a special resolution has been passed in the general meeting, right? Right? Can you make a non-right issue, beta? Can you make a non-right issue? Can you make a non-right issue? Yes, by passing special means it requires 75% shareholder ka approval. They'll show the green signal. Okay, okay, we don't have any problem. Please issue what to whom you want to issue, right? So, even a condition is like one case came in the company law. Company has offered 10 sweat equity share to an employee. By passing a board resolution, they have allotted the shares to the employee. Will it lead to a valid allotment? Answer would be no, it is not a valid allotment. Even those 10 shares belongs to whom? Existing shareholder. So first the company should either offer those 10 shares to the existing shareholder, which is impossible, right? So what they have to do, they have to pass special resolution in general meeting before sweat equity share. Is it clear? Got my point, students? So can you offer one single share to any outsider? Can you offer one single share to any outsider? Yes or no? But by passing special, even one single share belongs to whom, beta? Existing. Can you offer one single share to 1 crore people? Answer would be no, right? So what you will do, you have to pass beta special resolution, either through postal ballot, e-voting or otherwise, but you have to pass what beta? Approval of 75% shareholder, right? Right, students? Now, why I'm teaching you about right issue? Why I'm teaching you about right issue? What is the logic? What you are doing? What you are doing? Converting ECB into, so that would lead to what, beta? That would lead to what? Further issue of equity, right? Further issue of equity means what you have to pass, beta? Is it clear? So can I say that irrespective of whatever is being stated in FEMA, if the company is converting ECB into equity, such conversion require what, beta? Special resolution to be passed in general meeting. Or if you are issuing convertible instrument, you cannot issue convertible instrument in ECB until and unless you have passed what? Special resolution. Got my point, students? So can I say that ECB conversion into equity would lead to what? Further issue of equity. As it would lead to further issue of equity, don't think about it. Even if the board of director unanimously approved the proposal that take the convertible loan from whom? The foreigners, they are willing to give, take it, right? Any such loan taken by the board of director would become an ultra virus loan, right? A loan violating the provision of company law. If we are putting a clause of conversion in the agreement, such clause can only be approved by the 75% shareholder. Got my point, students? So if I am putting a clause of conversion in an ECB contract, will that ECB contract be valid? Answer would be no, until and unless it has been approved by whom? What beta? Shareholders. Got my point, students? Is it clear? Even if Mukesh Ambani with other board of directors are raising 50 million US dollar from outside India, is it clear? Can I say that whatever approval that has been passed by Mukesh Ambani or the board of director will remain invalid? If it is carrying a conversion clause, it should be approved by 75% shareholder. Got my point, students? What we are studying, beta, what is the topic? A very important topic. Institute has asked 3-4 times the same question. Can ECB be convertible into equity? So generally there should be what, beta? Conversion clause. If there is no conversion clause, right? If it is a conversion clause, agreement will be approved by the shareholder, right? If there is no conversion clause and still you are willing to get it converted, it does require what, beta? Special resolution to be passed in. Can I say that board of director would have no authority for such conversion? Can I say that, beta? Yes. Now, when a company converts its debts from an overseas loan into share, there are specific rule follows. Company activity approval. If the company business is allowed for foreign investment without prior approval, conversion is easier. If approval is needed for foreign investment in company's business, you have to obtain approval. Okay. So what they are saying, beta? Now conversion of ECB will lead to what, beta? FDI, right? If you are belonging to a sector where approval route is required, so for conversion first you have to take the approval of RBI. If you are belonging to automatic route, you can get it converted and later on report it to the RBI, right? It totally depends in which sector you are belonging to, right? How many sectors are there, beta? 2 sectors: approval route sector or automatic route sector. If you belongs to free FDI sector, you can get it converted and later on you can report it to RBI. But if you are belonging to a restricted sector, okay, then first of all what you have to do, you have to take, along with shareholders approval, you have to take the approval of RBI, then you can proceed further. Is it clear? How many points has been done? 3 points. First point is what? Conversion of ECB will lead to further issue of equity share. Further issue of equity share is not possible without taking the approval of shareholder. Company, according to the provision of Companies Act 2013, section 62, right? Section 62 is right issue, right? Section 62 has to pass what, beta? Special resolution in general meeting, right? Right, student? Even if the agreement of ECB is carrying a conversion clause, such conversion clause is not valid until and unless approved by the 75% share. Not 75, that is special resolution. We will state what? Special resolution. Second, conversion of ECB is nothing more than FDI, right? You are raising FDI if you are converting ECB into what? Equity. Third, as you are raising FDI, you have to check in which sector you belongs to. If you belonging to a restricted sector, go for approval route. If you belonging to free FDI sector, go for automatic route. Done? Getting my point, students? Is it easy or difficult? Easy, no? Now, lender's consent and compliance. Consent, the lender, the one who gave the loan, must agree to convert the loan into share. There should be no additional cost involved in such conversion. The conversion should not break rule on how much foreign ownership is allowed in that sector. 3 things are there. First thing, can you get it converted without the consent of lender? Lender should give his consent, right? Can you push him? No, you have to take equity. I don't have cash. He'll say that, then liquidate your assets, right? And give me my cash back, right? I'm not interested in your equity, right? So can I say that logically consent of lender would be required? Second, he should give consent with any additional cost, means he should not demand for any additional cost, right? And third thing, you should not breach the sectoral cap. You should not breach the, again a technical point, see beta, when it comes to FDI na, the government has divided sectors, okay? Like in a small scale sector, 24% FDI is allowed. How much FDI is allowed, beta? 24. What does it mean, beta? If I am having a small scale undertaking, I can maximum take 24 rupees from foreigner, right? 24 rupees from foreigner, 76 rupees I have to invest, or I have to take it from Indians, right? What is 24% sectoral cap, beta? What is 24% sectoral cap? That shows that maximum 24% foreign investment is allowed in your business. Remaining 76% you have to have from India, right? Got my point, students? So if you belonging to 26% sector, right, you can convert your ECB maximum up to 26% of your equity, right? Remaining should be Indian investment. Got my point, student? What is sectoral cap, student? Every sector is having a cap limit of what? FDI. Having a cap limit of FDI. Tell me in agriculture sector, what is the cap limit? In agriculture sector, what is the cap limit? It's 0%, right? It is a 0% because FDI is not allowed. In real estate sector, what is the cap limit? 0%, right? In plantation sector, what is the cap limit? 0%, right? Got my point, students? Is it clear? In technology sector, what do you think? What would be the sectoral cap limit? In technological sector, what would be the, what beta? Yeah, you are right. Tell me. 100%. No. Why? Because in technology sector, the sector is aggressive, right? And we investors are conservative, right? So they can take 100% capital from FD. Is that clear? Got my point? If you are belonging to 100% sectoral cap, means entire 100 rupees of equity can be taken from foreigners. From foreigners. 100% free FDI sector. 0% means even you cannot take single rupee from that. Is it clear? Is it clear, students? So what all are the conditions? What I'm teaching you, students? What I'm teaching you? What? It will lead to further issue of equity. Being a further issue of equity, you cannot go ahead with that without passing. Why special resolution is required? Because section 62 is stating that, right, that you cannot offer further equity to any other person other than existing shareholder without taking their approval. If you are putting a conversion clause in the agreement, even it does require approval of shareholder. Without the approval of shareholder, it will be invalid conversion, right? Clause. Third, it will lead to FDI. Right? Fourth, you have to choose whether you belongs to automatic route or approval route. If you belongs to automatic route, take the loan and report it to RBI later. If you belongs to approval route, take the approval, then take the loan. Next, lender's consent is necessary. Lender should not demand for any additional cost. And the last one is you should not breach the sectoral cap. You should not breach the sectoral cap. What is sectoral cap, beta? Just a minute. What is sectoral cap? Tell me. If you're not getting anything, you are having right and entitlement to ask 100 times. But don't take it like bhajan, that I am like singing and you are listening and you are happy. It should be taken as a concept or what? What is sectoral cap? Because sectoral cap is nothing more. Cap means what? You must have gone through with cap. Have you heard the term cap? In CMSL, there is a provision that whenever a company is coming out with red herring prospectus, have you heard book building issue? There would be a floor price and there would be a cap price. What is the cap price? The maximum price. So what is the sectoral cap? That is the maximum limit till which you can take equity, right? Right? What is sectoral cap, beta? Answer. What is sectoral cap? The maximum limit, right, which can be taken as equity from foreigners, right? Right? In a small scale sector, if the cap limit is 26%, that means what? maximum 26% equity can be raised from foreigners. Remaining 76 should be invested by Indians, right? In insurance sector, if it is 51%, that means what? Insurance companies can take 51% equity from foreigners. 49% should be invested by Indian. If in agriculture sector it is 0%, that means what? You should not take any equity from foreigners. And if in uh, plantation sector, if it is zero, technological sector, if it is 100%, means you can take entire 100% from foreigners. No need to have Indian investment. Got my point, student? In IT sector, what should be the limit? 100%, right? Those all sectors which are quite sensitive, the limit would be what? 100%, right, students? Is it clear? Where it is very difficult to raise fund from India, they'll give you a liberty of raising 100%. Got my point, students? Is it clear? Is it clear? What is sectoral cap? Again, you repeat. What is sectoral cap? Can raise FDI, right? What is, every sector is having a cap limit imposed by whom? RBI, right? Every sector is having what, beta? A cap limit that has been imposed by whom? RBI, that you can take how much equity from foreign. Maximum permissible equity dilution, right? Got my point, student? Now, pricing guideline. The share price at which the debt is converted into equity follow the share guidelines. Now, what they are saying, beta? They are saying, see, beta, don't you think that Indian government is going to protect the interest of Indian people? Can I say that? Suppose I have bought an equity of a company when the company has came out with an IPO at 140 rupees. But how much I have paid for one equity share is 140 rupees. Okay. Now they are saying that if you are converting ECB into equity, offer the share to them in 120 rupees. Can I say that is prejudicial to the interest of the Indian investor? Can I say that, beta? Yes or no? Can I say that, right? You are offering the same shares to your own Indian people at 140 rupees and you are offering them at 120 rupees. You means you are favoring whom? Them, right? You should favor whom? Indians, right? Means, can I say that the conversion should be at a price either equals to Indian price or more than that, right? Cannot be lower than that. Is it clear? Got my point, students? Getting everything? What I'm teaching you is conversion of ECB into, if you're converting, Companies Act will come into force, right? If you're converting, it will lead to further offer of equity to the outsider. You have to pass first was special resolution. The second thing is what, beta? If you want to put a conversion clause, pass special resolution, otherwise conversion clause will be invalid, right? Further they are saying what they are saying, you may opt for approval route, you may opt for automatic route, depend on which sector you are belonging to, right? Further they are saying what? Consent of lender is necessary, right? Lender should not demand for any additional cost, right? Further they are saying what? Sectoral cap should not be breached, right? And you have to follow the pricing guideline. And what would be the pricing guideline? You should value the price from a registered valuer, and the price charged from the foreigner should not be lesser than the price charged from the Indian investors. Got my point, students? Is it clear? Is it clear? Now, reporting requirement. They are saying that if you have partially converted the ECB, what you have done, beta? Partially converted the ECB. Partially means a part of loan has been converted into equity and part is still surviving as a ECB debt, right? Then for convertible part, you have to file form FCGPR. What you have to file, beta? For convertible part, you have to file FCGPR form. For non-convertible part, you have to file monthly return on ECB2 form. Got my point, students? Is it clear? Is it clear? What is return? If you will convert the ECB into equity, such conversion need to be reported to RBI in FCGPR form. Who will report, beta? Who will report? Who will report? Beta, if you want to license with SEBI, to whom you will approach? If you want to approach SEBI, to whom you will approach? SEBI or merchant banker? If you want to approach or report to RBI, to whom you will approach? Authorized bank, right? You cannot directly approach RBI, right? So to whom you have to approach is authorized bank. The authorized bank has to file what beta? FCGPR form for convertible part. For non-convertible part, you have to file a monthly return in ECB2, right? And if it is wholly been converted, then what you have to do beta? Only one form you have to file, that is FCGPR, and you will discontinue ECB2 form, right? Right, students, is it clear? You have to comply with the banking rules as well. If your bank is demanding for what beta their approval, you have to take approval of your lenders as well, right? Means see beta, if you have taken a loan from Indian bank, right, and you have taken a loan from foreign bank, now you are converting foreign bank a loan into equity. There may be a problem to your Indian bank, right? If you are offering them equity, why you are not offering us to the equity, right? The equity, right? So in that situation, even if your lender is putting a clause, lender has put a clause in loan agreement, and for any such conversion you need to take approval of us, then you have to take the approval of lender as well. Got my point, students? Got my point, students? Done. Conversion is done. Go through beta, go through once. Okay, I'm just checking if something is, nothing is left. I have included everything. Got my point, students? If during the conversion he is asking you like if you want to convert it, give us a discount of 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, okay, you cannot offer any such kind of benefit. Is that clear? Means it should not carry any kind of loss or any kind of cost upon you. Got my point? The third one is what? The fourth one is, the fifth one is, the sixth one is, the fifth one is, the sixth one is, the seventh one is, the eighth one is, and the ninth one is ECB into manageable students. Done, students. Manageable. Giving you a quick review of conversion of ECB. Okay, so when it comes to conversion of ECB into equity, it will not only attract the compliance of FDI norms, even along with complying the FDI norms, you have to comply with the requirement of Companies Act 2013. According to Companies Act 2013, if you are willing to put a conversion clause over ECB agreement, or without conversion clause, you are planning to get it convertible into equity because you are not capable enough to pay them the cash, right? You are allowed to get it done, but it does require approval of shareholder. If the board of directors are doing it without taking the approval of shareholder, it will lead to what? Violation of company law. You will be in big trouble, right? The entire allotment would become null and void. You have to take back your equity, right? Right, students? Second, if you are willing to go for conversion, check in which sector you belong to. If you are belonging to free FDI sector like technology and IT, you can get it converted and later you can report it to RBI. That is called approval route or automatic route. I'm so sorry. And if you are belonging to restricted FDI sector, less than 100%, first of all, you have to take the approval of RBI, then you can proceed with conversion. Third thing, they are saying that without the consent of lender, how it can be possible. Further, they are saying that the lender should not demand for any additional cost for conversion, right? You have already paid cost while you are raising ECB, then there is no need for to pay any additional cost, right? Further, they are saying that you should not breach the sector, just right, you should not breach the sectoral cap, right? Further, they are saying that the pricing guidelines has to be followed. The price at which the conversion is offered should not be a favorable price for them, right, against the Indian investors. Further, they are saying that if you have converted fully, then just file form FCGPR through AD Bank with RBI and it's over. Now you need not to file further ECB2 form. But if you have partially converted, for the part that has been converted, file FCGPR. For non-convertible part, file ECB2 monthly, right? Further, they are saying that if your lender is asking for any consent in their loan agreement, you have to even take the consent of your lender as well, right? Right, students. Should I cover one more topic before break, beta? Should I cover one more topic? Then I'll give you a break. It will be of around 10 to 15 minutes. Should I cover or should I give the break?